With Falcon and the Winter Soldier just under a week away, there are some theories that I'd like to talk about. One of them being if Falcon will finally get to say, "On your left." Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to the Bay League broadcast. I am your host, Tommy B. This is where we talk about everything MCU, movie, television, and comic book related. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I am looking out for and predicting we will see in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series premiere and show in general. If you like what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button. And again, this is just my list. If you have your own list, please drop it down in the comments. I'd like to see it. We can talk about it as well. And again, we don't have to have the same. This is just my opinion and things I'm looking out for. So the first thing that I'm looking out for and predicting we'll see in the Falcon and Winter Soldier is Baron Zemo doing what he does, which is being bad. Obviously, in the trailers, we see him working with Sam and Bucky, walking through the city of Madripoor, which we'll get to in a minute, and obviously being forced to help them. And I think at some point, whether it's in that scene or later on in the series, Baron Zemo will betray them and obviously do what he does best, which is look out for himself. He obviously has his own agenda, and we don't know what that's going to be yet, but I think by the end of the show, he will be taken down like he always does, and maybe even introduced to Thunderbolt Ross, and we'll see the beginning of the Thunderbolts team, which is usually with Zemo, Red Hulk, and a bunch of other villains. And for those who don't know, is Marvel's version, the Thunderbolts team is Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad. So that would be kind of cool to see, and I think we'll definitely see that towards the end of the series. So the second thing that I predict and I'm looking out for is obviously, as I just mentioned, the city of Madripoor. This city has a long history in the comics. We know that it's a Southeast Asian, island where a lot of criminals usually hang out. One of the most popular groups being the Hand, which we see in the Netflix Daredevil show. But we also know that mutants have a long history in Madripoor, the most famous one being Wolverine. Wolverine and Logan himself at one point are one of the leaders of the island, I believe. So I don't think we're going to see Wolverine or Logan. We might get a name drop. I believe actually that we'll see mutants or hear about mutants during the show. So it might be due to a facility in Madripoor that is working on a super soldier serum, which maybe this group, the Flag Smashers, is from, and giving them such a hard time taking down Falcon and the Winter Soldier, that is. And I think we're going to see a lot more of this city in the next phase. So I'm very excited to see possibly some mutants being mentioned, and we'll see what happens. The third thing I'm looking forward to or predicting we'll see is Deadpool. Now hear me out, I know it's a stretch, but Wade Wilson, aka Ryan Reynolds, is already working on Deadpool 3, and we know it's going to be in the MCU, and I really think it would be cool to see Ryan Reynolds in this show as a cameo as Wade Wilson, and really, get some screen time in with Bucky and Sam. I think it would be a hilarious trio, even if it's just a cameo, and it's, maybe it kind of takes place in that club that we see, and as Falcon and Winter Soldier are walking through it, we see Deadpool, in the corner eating a chimichanga or something, and he explains to them that, yeah, this city hosts mutants who, are really seen, down upon in the rest of the world, and that he knows where this facility is that the super soldier serum is located at. He himself was experimented on, so was obviously Wolverine and Steve Rogers, and so the tie-in to me would be really cool and entertaining. And he could tell him, like, look, I get away and I come to Madripoor to eat chimichangas and build IKEA furniture. Something would be very entertaining about this idea, and hopefully it's one that we get to see. The fourth thing that I am predicting and hoping to look out for is Steve Rogers popping back up. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a flashback scene or if it's going to be Old Man Steve played by Chris Evans again, but I think at some point we're going to have to hear about how this shield was reforged, right? Because clearly the shield that we saw at the end of Endgame before Steve went back in time was completely torn in half. And then he comes back and gives this new shield to Sam, and it's completely redone. Now, what is it made out of? Is it vibranium? Is it adamantium possibly? We got to find out a little bit more on the history and just how this came back to being a full shield. So, and the fifth thing that I believe we'll see is obviously Falcon taking on the mantle of Captain America. I think he's going to get the shield. Bucky, I don't think, wants the shield. I think he's going to be trying to adjust to this new way of life in the 21st century, being the man without time, or from another time, if you will. He's not going to want to have the pressure of taking up the mantle of Captain America as well. I think he's done, being that tool, if you will, and I think he'll better support Sam, give him advice as Captain as time goes on. So there you have it. That is my list of 5 things that I'm predicting we'll see and things that I'm looking out for. Again, if you liked what you see, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave your comments down below, and we will see you next time on the Bailey Broadcast.